In this video, we're going to talk about multi-step inequalities. So it's exactly like at the regular equations. Just remember, if you multiply or divide by a negative number, you got to change the direction of the inequality sign. So what are the solutions of 9 plus 4t is greater than 21? So you just go ahead and solve this just like you normally would. You would subtract 9, right? And so now you got 4t is greater than 21 minus 9. Well, what's 21 minus 9? I believe that is 12. And then, so now we're going to divide both sides by 4. And we divide both sides by 4, you get t is bigger than 3. So this graph would be a tick mark at 3, an open circle, and you go that way, right? So when it says check the solution, give me a number bigger than 3. How about 4? 9 plus 16 is 25, and that's bigger than 21. So we're good. All right. You have a got it. Why don't you pause the video and do the got it, and then I'll see you here in about a minute or two. All right. Problem number 2 says in a community garden, you want to fence in a vegetable garden that is adjacent to your friend's garden. You have at most 42 feet of fence. What are the possible lengths of your garden? So your garden does not have a fence attached to it. So you have to think about this. What are we looking for? We're actually looking for the perimeter. And perimeter is actually, if this is your width, and this is your, I'm sorry, well, yeah, the perimeter is 2L plus 2W. And I hope you remember that from a previous math course. But the perimeter is 2L plus 2W. Now you have to ask yourself, all right, on this, we're going to share this this part right here. We're sharing that 12 feet. So we really don't need that 12 feet, but we still want to use it so we know how far that is. So we're going to say 2 length plus 2 times 12, and we have at most 42 feet of fence. So this has to be less than or equal to 42. So now we have 2L plus 24, and that's got to be less than or equal to 42. So how do we solve this? We're going to subtract 24 from both sides. So now you got 2L is less than or equal to 42. Take away 24 is 18. And then what do we do? We're going to divide both sides by 2, right? When you divide both sides by 2, you get L is less than or equal to 9. So the length, because you already know that this side of the fence right here is going to have 12 feet on it, right? So then this side right here and that side right there has to be less than or equal to 9 feet, and we'll be good, okay? So 9 feet or less, you can have the length of the garden for your fence. Okay, you have got it. Why don't you pause the video, do it, and I'll see you back here in a minute. Looking at this problem, this is the same old problem as before. So you got 3t plus 1, but this time, and then minus 4t is greater than or equal to negative 5. Here we're going to distribute, right? So you got 3t plus 3 minus 4t is greater than or equal to negative 5. Now we can combine our like terms, and if we combine our like terms, we got negative t plus 3 is greater than or equal to negative 5. I'm going to subtract 3 here. I'm going to subtract 3 there. I get negative t is greater than or equal to negative 8. But now I got to multiply both sides by a negative, so I'm going to circle that, and I get t is less than or equal to 8. So which is a solution to this? Well, it is actually that one, because 8 is less than or equal to 8. You have got it right beneath you. See it? Why don't you pause the video, rewind the video, see if you can do it. So here's one that has variables on both sides. So if we just go ahead and just look at that old foldable, bring the smaller to the bigger. So I'm going to subtract 3n. I get 3n minus 1 is greater than 3n minus 1 is greater than 8. I'm going to add 1. I'm going to add 1. I get 3n is greater than 9. I'm going to divide both sides by 3, and I get 9 is greater than 3. And if I graph it, Goes that way. So you have a got it. Why don't you pause the video and do it, and I'll see you here in a minute. Next one. Special solutions. Now this means something weird is going to happen. So if I go 10 minus 8a is greater than or equal to 10 minus 8a. If I go ahead and I add 8a here and I add 8a here, I get 10 is greater than or equal to 10. Well, that's weird. Is 10 greater than or equal to 10? Well, yeah, 10 is greater than or equal to 10 all the time. So what that means is that we have infinite solutions here. Just like before, we have infinite solutions. Okay, looking at this one, you got 6m minus 5 is greater than 7m plus 7 minus m. Oh, by the way, the reason why this one's got infinite solutions is because the variables drop out and 10 is equal to 10. This guy I'm going to actually 6m plus 7, so I combine that 7m and that minus 7. Then I subtract 6m, and I subtract 6m, and now I have negative 5 is greater than 7. Well, that's not true at all, so this is no solution. This is no solution. So you should have a got it. Why don't you take a moment or two to do that got it, and and I'll see you here in a second. So a couple of things, multi-step inequalities, do you know what those are? Then you can check them off. Properties of inequalities, that's from a previous lesson. And solutions, do you know what that is? Yes. If you can check those off right where you're at, I'm about right there. Okay? So hopefully I'll see you in class real soon, and may the force be with you.